In this tutorial, you're going to master cutting a precision line haircut using both wet and dry precision cutting and advanced refining techniques. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. We start with assessing our client's hair texture, hairline, and growth patterns. We now determine the length and the shape. I have also chosen to cut a square line as it will create a balanced, even shape while maintaining length in the corners of the haircut. I start the haircut cutting the wet precision line. We start with the center back section. You could choose to zone from the apex to slightly behind the ear, or you can zone from the apex to the mastoid process below and behind the ear. This zoning pattern will distribute hair from the back of the head into the side zones. This will create a more balanced visual shape as our side zones have less hair, and it will prevent any gaps or holes from appearing when cutting your one-length blunt haircuts. When cutting precision, I use a 5-inch Mizutani precision scissor. We section a slight diagonal forward section, approximately a comb in width. We neatly comb the rest of the hair horizontally before neatly securing your section. This will help you to work neatly and efficiently. Before I cut my guide, I check to see if I need to make any allowances for my client's posture or body shape, as necks and backs will have differing levels of protrusion. When cutting a line, we need to be mindful of our client's body position, ensuring they are sitting upright, shoulders back and legs uncrossed. I now place my comb underneath my section and that your comb and cutting angle is square to the floor, directing my section with my comb and scissors down to my cutting line. Before cutting, I double check my body position and my client's body position. With low or no tension, we cut a flat line. We repeat this exact process again, taking a slight diagonal forward section, a comb in width. We need to focus on cutting square to our section, maintaining even distribution and sections, making sure our cutting angle is parallel to our cutting line, ensuring our line is close to your eye level. We are using diagonal forward sections as it helps to push weight into the corners of our haircut, helping to create a square shape. I place my scissors under the section and my comb on top, directing my distribution straight down to my cutting line. I cut with minimal tension, ensuring my scissors are parallel to my cutting guide. Directing the hair down into natural fall, using minimal tension, directing our comb down to our stationary guide. Before cutting your section, take time to check your section's distribution, making sure my comb is flat to the floor, using the tips of my scissors to cut the section, slightly moving my scissors backwards when cutting. This will prevent pushing the cutting section, creating graduation or disturbances in your line. This tip is essential for cutting a perfect, clean, precision line. Once I reach the top section, I use the wide teeth end of my comb to distribute my section, creating less or no tension. This is crucial to avoiding any graduation appearing in our section. We now take a horizontal line from the back zone through to the front hairline, changing our body position to stand square to our new cutting zone. Using our guide from the back zone, we cut a flat square line, making sure you make allowances for the air protuberance if necessary. We continue to take horizontal sections. It's important to maintain even hydration throughout your haircut and tension to create a perfect balanced shape. Cutting this section with zero tension and maintaining my horizontal cutting line. We repeat this process until we complete this zone, ensuring we maintain the exact methods we have used in the previous cutting zone. Once we have finished this zone, we wrap dry the hair into natural fall. It is crucial that we flat wrap the shape into natural fall so we can assess our precision line, determining whether we need any refining or to make any adjustments. We now continue the haircut with the dry cutting method. When dry cutting, I use a large 7-inch pair of Hikari scissors designed to cut through large sections with clean lines. We continue the same zoning as the previous zone, zoning from the apex to the mastoid process. Taking larger diagonal forward sections, we take our guide from the previous zone. Using a wide tooth comb and a 7-inch scissor, we cut a flat square line. Be sure to check your balance before moving to the next section. Repeating the same techniques from the previous side. The main difference is taking larger sections, using less tension, using more blade and length from our scissor when cutting. This technique can be a lot faster and efficient when cutting through thick hair. We use the same precision structure, we are just using larger sections and using larger scissors. There are less steps involved to achieve the same result. To refine the line, you can elevate your client's head forward and assess the line over their back, point cutting any unwanted graduation. If you wanted more texture and movement in your line, you could use the same structure but point cut every section to create a softer end result. I have now finished this side. Now I'm going to check my balance and check my line for any refining to complete the haircut. The technique I'm about to show you is quite advanced, where I refine the line from inside the haircut. You can use your comb to move and distribute the hair from your client's body to access the interior, or slightly move your client's head from side to side. We now refine the line with point cutting and club cutting from the interior, as you can visually see exactly where you have lengths that may be longer. It's the quickest and best way to get the sharpest line when you learn to master this refining technique. Before we complete the refining process, it's important to double check your balance and to place your eye over your line from different angles to make sure you don't have any unwanted graduation. I hope you've enjoyed my precision line haircut. If you've learned something new, let me know in the comments below and smash the like and subscribe icon. I really appreciate your support. This tutorial is a 2-part series. Watch my next tutorial to see how I transform this shape into one of my all-time favorite haircuts. And if you like this tutorial, you're gonna like all my other tutorials. So do me a favor and check them out. Thanks again for watching.